What's going on, everyone? Scott here. Welcome back to the channel. So Michigan State basketball goes on the road to play Iowa on Thursday at 8 o'clock on FS1 in a tough road environment in Carver Hawkeye. Always a tough place to play. Now, coming into this game, Michigan State has a chance to clinch at least a share of the Big Ten regular season title. With a win in this one, they could potentially be champs going into this game with a Michigan loss versus Maryland on Wednesday. So little peek behind the curtain, if you can't already tell by how I'm talking, recording this before that game on Wednesday against those two. So if Michigan loses that game, Michigan State will have already clinched at least a share of the Big Ten title. Still a chance to win it outright. Would love to win it outright. Keep that school down the road from hanging a banner, getting a trophy. But anyway, that's what's at stake going into this one. Either way, whatever happens though, if Michigan wins, Michigan State loses on Thursday, we're still going into Sunday with at least a shot to share the title. Should we lose, Michigan win, we're still going into that game on Sunday where it's kind of a winner gets a share of the Big Ten title. So would love to just get that out of the way and win the Big Ten title here on Thursday and then just, soak everything in on Sunday, get a chance to raise another banner and, get a chance to go against that school down the road again. But first things first is you have an Iowa team that's coming into this game 15-14, 6-12 in the Big Ten. They've lost 10 of the last 13, definitely are struggling, in danger of missing the Big Ten tournament. We'll get into why they are struggling here in a moment, but Michigan State coming in 24-5, 15-3 in the Big Ten, first place in the Big Ten all alone. Currently, at time of recording, needing one win to get it done. As we talked about, winners of 5 straight, all quad 1 wins, 4 straight top 25 wins. Don't tell the AP poll that because they still keep them at number 8 and don't move them up at all, even with what they've done in the last 5 games, but we won't go off on a tangent there. But before we do jump in, if you could just hit that like and subscribe button down there. More Michigan State basketball content on the channel, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a video. Now, Iowa did lose their leading point scorer and rebound, Owen Freeman, to a season-ending injury about a month ago. That kind of coincides with their skid, losing 10 of the last 13. However, Peyton Sandford seems like he's been there a decade, but he averages similar numbers to Owen Freeman. What he was doing when he was healthy: 16 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 33% from 3. Josh Dix averages 14 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 42% from 3 on the year. Drew Thelwell, Morehead State transfer, adds about 10 for them on 44% shooting from 3. Brock Harding and Price Sanford average about 8-9 points as well, but as a team, they still score it fairly well, fairly efficiently, second behind only Illinois in scoring per game at 82 points a game. However, 32 rebounds a game is second worst in the conference. They do lead the Big Ten in assists at about 18 per game. They're towards the top of the league in not turning it over. They only turn it over around 10 times a game. They do force a lot of turnovers as well, about 13 a game forced turnovers for opponents. Towards the bottom of the league, however, in free throw shooting at 71%, but they are second in the league in three-point percentage at about 38%. So kind of weird dichotomy there. Iowa is 112th in bench points, about 23 a game. Michigan State still up in the top 5 at number 5 right now at 35 a game. Iowa 18th in the country in effective field goal percentage, however, 35th in fast break points per game, 51st in adjusted tempo. So they like to get up and down. Very evident by their points per game as well, just as Michigan State does. Loves to get up and down, get out on the fast break, and Michigan State, as we said, has been creeping back towards, they had fell down to like 6 range in terms of fast break points. They've been creeping up the last couple games. Had a good fast break game going last time out against Wisconsin. They are at number 4 right now at about 16-17 points per game, Michigan State is, but Iowa is 333rd in scoring defense, giving up 79 points per game, which is last in the Big Ten. So for Michigan State here in this one, would love for them to continue on the same path as we've seen. Balanced scoring, balanced attack, 10 guys hitting the floor. Last time out, again, 10 players scoring, so everyone that played scored last time out against Wisconsin. I believe they said that was the 18th time this season for Michigan State. Absolutely incredible. Would love more of that from the offense, but playing a team that allows the most points per game, bottom of the Big Ten, in terms of, defense, even in a tough road environment for Michigan State, would love to see them get some more threes go down. Last time out against Wisconsin, Michigan State did go 9 for 27 from 3, one of their better 3-point shooting nights on the year, so would love for them to continue that on Thursday night. See some more threes go down. We saw Jaden Akins hit some. That was much needed and something we talked about going into the game. Love to see Jaden Akins get the three-point shot going, everything else going as we move in towards the last week of the regular season here before we move into tournament time, both Big Ten and NCAA tournament. And he did. Got 4 threes in the last game against Wisconsin, and they were big threes too to spark the team there in the first half, going 4 for 9 overall on the game. But even though not in the Brez, as we move towards the end of the season, want to see that three-point shot continuing to hopefully creep up, and hope to do that in this one, even in a tough road environment at Carver Hawkeye. But turnovers are definitely going to be a key here. They don't turn it over a lot. They do turn you over a lot. So key for Michigan State, staying in that 8 to 12 sweet spot that we always talk about. But listen, just the roster construction for Iowa, they only have 2 guys that are 6'10 or taller on the roster. One is Owen Freeman. Obviously, that's something we talked about. He's out for the season, unfortunately for them. The other guy hardly plays at all. A couple minutes a game, I think, is his average. I think it was like 7 minutes a game. Doesn't play a lot. So attack the paint, generate success for Michigan State. Attack the paint, get out and run. As we see, Iowa wants to get out, run, and play fast as well. So this could be a track meet, but you're hoping that Michigan State's defense can slow them down on their end, and Michigan State can force turnovers to get out and run to create that separation. But guard wing defense specifically for Michigan State here, which has been Michigan State's strength for this whole year. The amount of bodies that they can throw at you, locking up Sanford and Josh Dix will be key in this one. If you shut both of them off, really shuts the water off for the team. If you can try to shut one of them off, like Michigan State's defensive game plan usually is. And as we know, Michigan State's guard wings, as we said, Jaden Akins, Trey Holloman, Jeremy Fears, Jace Richardson, like really good guard wing defense. You put them on Sanford, you put them on Josh Dix, then hopefully that slows them down and doesn't let them get into a rhythm, kind of similar to what we saw with Tanji in the Wisconsin game. And again, we're facing another high-volume three-point shooting team. They average about 26 attempts per game, which is 3rd in the conference. So making them take tough threes, similar to what we talked about against Wisconsin, will be key in this one. If they start hitting threes, get that crowd going, becomes an even tougher environment. So that'll be key. Don't let them get hot from 3. Force tough threes overall on the night, and Michigan State has been one of the best in the conference in terms of defensive three-point percentage, tops of the Big Ten Conference. Opponents are only averaging 28% from 3 on the year against Michigan State, so that'll be a key in this one. But moving over to Bart Torvik, they have Iowa as the number 79 team in the country, 29th adjusted efficiency offense, 176 adjusted efficiency defense. Now, Michigan State is number 15 on Bart Torvik currently, number 8 in the AP polls. I don't know how you don't move up after what Michigan State just did the last 5 games, and even this last week, winning on a tough road environment in Maryland, and then winning a tough game against the number 11 team in the country in Wisconsin. But whatever, they'll stay at 8 for right now. Okay, cool. But 43rd in adjusted efficiency offense, 5th now in adjusted efficiency defense. So Bart Torvik has this as an 80-74 Michigan State win. Obviously, I'm curious. I am very excited to see how Michigan State comes out in this one. Obviously, they'll already know Wednesday's result, so they could already be Big Ten champs. But say if Michigan does beat Maryland on Wednesday, this is a title game. This is to guarantee that you are raising a banner this season for a Big Ten regular season title. At worst, it'll be a shared one. We're hoping to see them come out fast and not let the crowd get into it in a tough road environment, as we talked about throughout this video here. So anyway, that'll do it for this one. We'll be back with a recap after this one. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.